Well, I don't think I'm breaking any news when I say that Marvel, ever since Endgame, has definitely not been the same, has fallen off quite a bit. And one of the reasons being there's just a lot too much of it out there. There's so much stuff on Disney Plus. The movies have got so convoluted. And one of the things that I've always loved that was a Marvel property that actually had nothing to do with Disney was the Daredevil show that was on Netflix. I still contend that the season 1 and probably season 2 of Daredevil is the best comic book adaptation movie or show I've ever seen. I absolutely loved it. It was gritty, it was street level, and it just had great storytelling, great acting, and just a fantastic show. Season 3 was okay, but if you haven't seen it, I would check that out. Season 1 and 2 are fantastic. But Disney has been working on another Daredevil season. I've had a lot of not hopes for this. In fact, at one point, they basically scrapped all the footage they had. I think they had almost 8 episodes filmed. They saw the footage and went back and scrapped it all, rewrote the entire season. So much like a lot of the things with Disney, a lot of reshoots, and seems like it has been a mess here. But we do have a new trailer today, which is Daredevil Born Again. So I figure I've never actually done a trailer reaction, but I love Daredevil. So I figured let's have a reaction to this, watch through it, and see what we think here. So that's what we're going to do here right now. So hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic, and we'll just get right into this.
Thank you for finding the time.
I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again.
I will say, I love D'Onofrio as Kingpin. Although I feel like he should be a little bit big. He looks a little skinnier than he used to. Because when he was like the first season or two, he was big. Like again, if you've seen Kingpin in the comics, he's massive.
A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
That? Oh, okay. That's Karen Page and Foggy. So I'm glad to see them because initially when they were doing the one they ended up scrapping, they did not have these two characters as part of the show, which I felt like was going to be a massive mistake. But I did hear they brought them back, so I'm very happy to see them in here because they're a great part of the show.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves his city.
Oh, Kingpin's mayor in this. Okay.
I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the...
Was that? That wasn't Punisher.
Hating the
No.
power
Okay.
it has over us.
I mean, so far it's got the grittiness look and feel like the season 1 of season 2 of Daredevil.
This city can't go unchecked.
That was a cool shot.
This city can't go unchecked.
I like this music.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
Punisher!
Am I putting the hatchet down?
I love John Bernthal's Punisher. So I heard he was coming back in this. Outside of Daredevil, season 1 and 2, which season 2 is partially a Punisher story, season 1 of Punisher is also fantastic. I love classic Punisher. John Bernthal is a great actor, pulls off Frank Castle Punisher. Fantastic. Again, all this stuff here is the best stuff I think Marvel has ever done, but it wasn't even Marvel. The original people that did this, it was outside of Disney Marvel. So that's, I think they're definitely trying to pick up the vibe that they had from this for sure. But very happy to see Frank Castle.
I was raised to believe in grace.
Ooh.
But I was also raised
Oh.
to believe in retribution.
Oh my gosh. Jeez. I mean, dare I say, I like that. I'm still not going to hold my breath that it's going to be great, but man, that trailer, that felt like an extension of season 1 and 2 of Daredevil. That was brutal, dark. Like, I'm sure I liked it. This has been a long time since I have seen a Marvel trailer where I legitimately was like, that's awesome. I'm excited for that. That looks great. You got Daredevil seemingly. I mean, and the only issue with this is Disney kind of has messed up Daredevil because you had Daredevil show up in She-Hulk, which essentially was just him like being useless. It was just dumb. And then you had Kingpin in the Hawkeye series basically get beaten by Girl Hawkeye. And then you also had Kingpin show up. I believe he showed up in the Echo series, which I didn't really watch all of that. So Kingpin has been neutered a bit, I guess you could say. But taking, let's say you take those out of the equation. I mean, this is pretty close to what they left off with on the Netflix Daredevil stuff. Which I think Daredevil on Netflix season 1 and 2. Season 3 was okay. It wasn't as good as season 1 and 2. Punisher was great. Iron Fist was terrible. And then you had The Defenders, which was okay. And then you had Jessica Jones, which season 1 of Jessica Jones is actually pretty decent. Season 2 was not good. But this looks good. I'm shocked. I don't hold out hope that it's going to deliver necessarily. Like, I will believe it when I see it, given recent Marvel stuff. But, I mean, especially when I heard about them going back and reshooting this and basically scrapping the whole thing. I mean, typically that doesn't lend to something becoming great. But I think they did get, if I remember correctly, some of the people involved with the Daredevil season 1 from Netflix on this, but I don't think it was the showrunner. I don't think it was the writer either. But having said that, the trailer looked good. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be a good series, but the trailer did look very good. So I'm actually impressed, pleasantly surprised. Shocked as anybody else that this looks pretty decent. So I'm hoping this is good. Premieres March 4th. So like a month and a half-ish. I don't typically do that on here. I may do a review of this perhaps because like I said, I love Daredevil season 1 and 2 especially. I think it's one of the best comic book adaptation into a live action that I've ever seen. And I will be tentatively, I don't know if I'll be optimistic. I will believe it when I see it. This looks great. But I'm not going to necessarily hold my breath that it's going to be good. But for what this was, I'm pretty impressed. Looks solid to me. Looks brutal. Saw a little Punisher in there. I do hope he is a bigger part of this, has a pretty decent role in this. I'm sure there's going to be some other characters. I know the character that was in the train scene. That's somebody. I don't remember who that is exactly, but I know that is a character I think either fights against or with Daredevil. But either way, it looks good. I'm actually impressed. So I got nothing else to add. But that's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel as we do lots of coverage here of theme parks and pop culture. And let us know what you think about the Daredevil Born Again trailer. And until next time, we will see you later.